As Senator,
Sir,
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman,
Ongpin, go ahead, sir.
may
Yes, sir.
I be allowed? Senator Cayetano, actually, I need to clarify this because Alphaland compensated Mr. Oreta with shares of Silvertown. Subsequently, as he has said, I agreed to exchange those shares with shares of the listed company, which is Alphaland Corporation. Noble Care was not a listed company, neither was Silvertown. Now, Noble Care reported as capital gains and paid 18 million in tax when the compensation was paid to him, to Noble Care. They paid. And that's all he was required to pay.
Yes, sir.
And,
You're totally correct.
Senator, may I just finish?
Yes, sir.
Today, Noble Care continues to own the Alphaland shares of stock. He has not sold them. And when he does, Senator, when and if he does sell those shares, he pays the final tax because...
Thank you for that, Secretary. No? You clarified some points, no? And let me correct myself. He bought it for 20 pesos, but it was worth 12,000 per share. So nung binayaran niyo po siya, ang worth po nung share ay 12,307 kasi yun po ang binayaran ng Silvertown nung they took over Sime Darby. Yun ang valuation. It was valued at 12,000 per share pero binili lang ni Mr. Oreta at par value of 20. So you were compensated 200 million pesos worth, but you did not pay income tax on that. But having said that, on that point, I am turning that over to the BIR and we will be giving, this is all factual. These are all based on not only your testimony, but on the financial sheets and reports. No? The only difference is that today, the revelation under oath is that compensation ito. Because ang alam ni Vice Mayor Mercado, Vice Mayor, ano ang alam mo sa 5% na yon?
Ang alam ko po, base doon sa usapan, bahala na si Mr. Limlingan at si Attorney Oreta kung paanong itatago yung 5% nakita ni Vice President Binay para gamitin sa pagkampanya niya noong 2010. At maliwanag naman po ngayon, inaamin naman ni Attorney Oreta na talagang sa Noble Care nila itinago. Kaya yun po ang aking pinaninindigan, na yung 5% na pangkampanya ni VP Binay, natago talaga doon. Dahil siya po nagsabing siya na bahala at si Mr. Limlingan kung paano itatago yung 5%.
Vice, nasa dokumento naman, and Secretary Pin, Attorney Oreta, nasa dokumento lahat eh. So I will not argue. For example, Secretary Pino, dito po sa Alphaland top 100 stockholders, makikita mo number 8 ang Noble Care with 8,897 shares as of September 30, 2012. But as of December 31, the same year, wala na siya. And I will be asking PSE later to assist both the committee and the BIR in getting to the bottom of this. No, I think Senator Osmeña will take over on some of the questions. So let me just move on first to Mr. Abisado. Sir, di ba ang Boy Scout ay laging handa? No, we were taught that from our childhood. Lahat tayo na nag-scouting. Tama po?
Po naman, sir.
At ako'y nagpapasalamat nandito kayo dahil ako'y naniniwala na kung hindi ka guilty, dapat humarap ka. Hindi po ba?
Opo.
Is that the reason why humaharap kayo today? Because you believe you can defend the deal and that there's nothing wrong, no?
Meron po kaming natanggap kasi na
Supina.
subpina.
Pero naniniwala ka, pagka hindi guilty at kaya mong panindigan, dapat humarap ka.
Kaya nga po kami
Oo.
nandito.
Hindi, kasi
gusto
sinabi...
lang namin magsabi kung ano po yung katotohanan sa ganang sa Boy Scouts of the Philippines.
And that's why I thank you, sir. Kasi, can you repeat your position, sir?
Kaya nga po
Sa
kami
Boy Scout.
nandito.
Anong position niyo, sir, sa Boy Scout?
Senior Vice President po.
So, Senior Vice President, ibig sabihin, may tao sa ibabaw niyo. Sino po
Siyempre
yung presidente po? Sino po yung presidente?
Si Vice President Judge Omar.
Ba't siya po ayaw humarap?
Siguro alam naman po natin kung ano yung kanyang
Kakasabi nyo lang po di ba, na kapag kaya nyo sagutin at walang mali, haharap. Bakit po pagdating sa Vice President, iba ang rule natin? Hindi ba siya ang head ng organization ng BSP at siya naman ang inakusahan Kasi sa media po, sir, let me finish lang, no? Sa media, parating kawawa naman BSP, BSP, BSP. Hindi po pinagbibintingan ni Vice President ang BSP. Ang sinasabi niya, gusto nga niyang protekta ng BSP, pero ang BSP ay pinapatakbo ng ilang tao. At isa doon ay ang Vice President. Sa lahat ng dyaryo, basta't may jamboree, basta't may photo ops, basta't may media, present parati ang Vice President at kumakamay sa mga bata, nagpo-photo ops na sa TV. Pero pag investigasyon tungkol sa BSP, kayo ang pinapadala at bakit wala siya dito? Hindi ba dapat, sir, yung presidente ng organization ang sumasagot sa mga allegations?
I cannot speak for him.
Well, look at Alphaland. Mr. Ong Pin has business in 3 or 4 continents, I think, and I know him personally, but he is, when a deal of his is questioned, siya personal nag-a-appear, no? And 2 weeks ago, ilang beses nagpa-press release ang Vice President na si PNP Chief Purisima dapat magsalita. So, Mr. President, may I reiterate that we will not get to the bottom at least of this BSP issue if the Vice President does not also answer. Because, let me ask this, Mr. Avisado, are you 101% sure that the Vice President did not get any kickback from this deal?
Insofar as our knowledge...
No, sir. Not in knowledge, no. Are you sure 101%?
I'm not a privy to this
Precisely.
alleged.
Thank you for that honest answer, sir. And tama po yun. Kasi kung nag-usap si Vice Mayor at saka si Mayor Binay nun, now Vice President, hindi nyo naman po alam yun As far as you're concerned lang po, maganda ba ang deal o hindi?
Saganang sa board po at yun ang
Yes.
napag-desisyonan.
And one of the issues here is whether or not it's a good deal or is it disadvantageous sa Boy Scouts, and we thank you for being here. But as far as the kickback, none of you in the Boy Scout are here today can answer us whether or not meron, di ba?
Opo.
I mean, I appreciate you defending your officials and co-officials, pero hindi nyo malalaman yun Di ba po?
Hindi po.
In the same manner that did any one of us know that may 5% si Mr. Oreta and it was an internal agreement? And I'm not saying it's a bad internal agreement. Some industries really have that kind of arrangement. It's a form of a partnership, no? So, that is the point here, Mr. Chairman, no?
Kaya nga po sinabi namin na outside of the joint venture agreement, wala na po kaming ibang alam
Hindi po kasi ganun lumalabas sa mga dyaryo Maraming lumalabas na dinidepensahan si Vice President at hindi daw totoong ginamit niya yung Boy Scout, hindi totoong kumita and everything. At yung iba nanggagaling kino-quote ang Boy Scout. But you don't have any knowledge about that. You just admitted today.
Your Honor, ang sinasabi lang po namin na insofar as we're concerned, dahil wala po kaming alam
Opo. So
At kaya nga po sinasabi namin na si Vice President Binay po, hindi po siya ang Boy Scouts of the Philippines.
Tama po yun.
At ang Boy Scouts of the Philippines,
Walang kaibahan yun,
hindi
sir.
rin po siya.
Walang kaibahan yun sa SAF 44, di ba? Na parating sinasabi ang AFP hindi tumulong. Ang sinasabi natin, ilan opisyal umorder na wag tumulong. Hindi natin sinasabi buong AFP. Dahil yung AFP anytime tutulong. So, ganun din sa Boy Scouts, di ba? Hindi natin dinadamay ang buong Boy Scout. Ang sinasabi natin, there are certain officials. And sir, just for your peace of mind, no? Even si Vice Mayor, both in public and in private sa amin, sinabi, sir, iilan lang may alam nung deal na to. Marami, pati sa executive board, nagtiwala lang. And pare-pareho naman tayo wala sa real estate. So that's my next question. Then I will stop there because Senator Osmeña will ask some questions. No, sir, yung po bang deal na to binid out nyo or ito po ay negotiated?
Negotiated po ito.
Okay.
Dahil po,
So it is very much possible that if you bidded it out, you would have gotten a better deal.
that was the that was the subject of so many meetings at the level of the committee, hanggang nakarating sa board, hanggang nakarating sa National Council.
Okay. So I'll respect that, sir, but let me go to COA. Sino po, sir, yung nasa COA ngayon? Nandito.
Director Anakay, no? And
Director, magandang
Attorney Juliano.
tanghali sa inyo. Since the Supreme Court in its decision said that in Boy Scouts versus COA, June 7, 2011, GR 177131, sinabi, we find the BSP is a public corporation and an instrumentality of the government. 2 quick questions. Number 1, subject na sila sa audit, di ba po? 3 questions pala. Number 2 po, Yung audit nyo po ba ginawa nyo retroactive or from 2011 lang?
Actually po, nagsimula kami ng audit 2013.
Okay.
So ang coverage po noon 2012.
Okay. Can you move back and audit this deal?
Yun po ang aming i-refer sa legal office namin.
Okay. But there's nothing to stop you. The Supreme Court did not say that their decision is prospective. Their decision is that it is an instrumentality of government. Therefore, you can audit anything regarding this. Kasi lumiliyab na itong issue na to, and then nanonood ang COA dito. We know that you're busy, ang daming scams, but this is something we have to do to protect the Boy Scouts of the Philippines. No? So the next question, may ruling na ba ang COA if the Boy Scout of the Philippines is subject to the procurement law?
Bilang government corporation po, lahat ng government offices ay subject to procurement law.
Sorry po.
Lahat po ng government offices subject to procurement law.
Yun po ang ruling ng COA. Remember, it was Vice President Binay who opposed na yung COA ay pumasok dito, and then it is he who entered into these deals. No? So ang point ko po kasi is that the contracts went to several changes. And the first question was, did it need public bidding? Ano ba ho ang rule ng COA kapag isang kontrata ay pinasok and then hindi sumunod sa procurement law? Is it void?
Well, ang aming pong concern dyan is nung pumasok po ang BSP sa contracts nito, hindi pa siya talagang, wala pang decision ng Supreme Court whether it is a government.
Well, what about the, Vice Mayor, when was the amendment? Kailan binenta yung lupa?
2011 po, June 2.
June?
June 2, 2011.
Okay. So, hindi po concerned ang June 2 po yung amendment?
Opo.
Hindi concerned ang COA na June 2 ang amendment na binenta yung lupa na wala to sa BSP and June 11 yung desisyon. Anyway, you might not be the right person to ask dahil baka hindi ikaw yung naka-assign at that point. So, I will not put you on the hot seat because of that. But can you communicate that and look into this?
Sige po,
No? I mean, I know the deal is there. I know it's ongoing, but let's get to the bottom of this. No? May I ask the AMLA?
Mr. Chairman,
The permission of Senator Cayetano and Senator Angara. Okay lang?
Okay.
Senator Trillanes.
just one point along that line. Director Anakay and Director Juliano, I requested the COA to conduct a special audit on all the financial transactions of BSP. Have you started that special audit, Director?
Good morning, sir. The Commission has not yet created a special audit team for the BSP as of this time.
But do you intend to start anytime soon, Director Juliano?
We will be hintayin po namin instruction ng Commission proper po regarding this.
Okay. But as you know, this is a public interest issue, and I believe even motu proprio, you can do that special audit, Director Juliano. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Cayetano? For the
Mr. Chair, before I
unlock-
yield to Senator Angara and then to Senator Osmeña, who is the resident expert on financial matters in the Senate, then I'll ask my questions after him. May I just clarify this with the Anti-Money Laundering Council? Ma'am, Attorney, magandang tanghali. Alam ko, just like the COA, you have your hands full at hindi madali ang trabaho nyo. But I've been in all Congresses that have passed these laws, and I have been in all Congresses where your predecessor, Director Aquino, also fought for more powers for the AMLAC para siguraduhin na yung mga nagnanakaw sa gobyerno or nagma-money laundering ay hindi makalis, no? But correct me if I'm wrong. Under the latest amendment, 10365, hindi na kailangan na may kaso ang ombudsman bago kayo mag-file ng application sa CA para i-freeze ang isang account.
Well, good morning, Your Honors. An AMLAC investigation may be triggered by different factors, Your Honor. Not only an investigation by the Ombudsman would trigger an investigation by the Anti-Money Laundering Council, but before, even with amendment, under Republic Act 10365 to the AMLA, Your Honor, the AMLA would need some evidence that would show that a transaction is related to an unlawful activity or to a predicate crime.
Yes, assuming that there is evidence, the law allows you to go to the CA and file a preservation order to freeze the account para hindi ma-withdraw. Kasi ang nangyayari ngayon baliktad eh. If a file sa korte, sa ombudsman, sa DOJ, by the time na ipa-freeze yung account, na limas na yung pera. And even, for example, iba naming colleagues dito, inamin nila. Sabi nila, bakit ko hihintayin na may freeze order? De, winidraw ko na. Diba? And paulit-ulit tayo dito sa AFP, no, kay General Garcia, sa fertilizer scam, sa lahat ng scam na duman dito sa Senado, parating nakikita yung daan milyon, bilyon, etc. Pero parating by the time na makasuhan, nakapag-withdraw na kasi yung bangko wala naman magawa. Diba, halimbawa, sabihin mo ngayon, si Mr. Cruz, nagnakaw, nasa ombudsman yung kaso, gagawin ni Mr. Cruz, punta na siya sa 3 bangko niya, i-withdraw. That's why, dun sa huling amendment, and to be fair to you, ma'am, hindi pa ata ikaw yung executive director nun, dahil si Mr. Aquino pa nakikita ko doon, although he was still with the BSP. Yung section 10 is very clear, ito. Upon verified ex parte petition by the AMLC and after determination of probable cause exists, that any monetary instrument or property in any way related to unlawful activity as defined by Section 3.1 hereof, the Court of Appeals may issue a freeze order which shall be effective and immediate and shall not exceed 6 months, depending on the circumstances of the case, provided that if there is no case filed against a person whose account has been frozen within the period by the court, the freeze order shall be deemed ipso facto lifted. So, ibig sabihin po, di ba? Halimbawa, so ngayon, pinag-uusapan natin, yung nawawalang 200 million halimbawa na sinabing 5%. Ang sabi ni Vice Mayor Mercado, yan po ay napunta kay VP Binay. Ang sabi po ni Mr. Oreta, hindi, legitimate nakita niya. Makikita nyo sa account eh. Makikita nyo sa account nila yon. And makikita nyo na kung talagang napunta sa isang account ni VP Binay, then you can already go to court and ask them to freeze it. There's nothing to stop you to do that under the law. Tama po?
Well, Your Honor, I have to clarify that. The determination of whether a transaction, a government transaction in particular, is irregular or not, pertains to another government agency. In this case, it's either the COA or the Office of the Ombudsman. And so it is where we would need the assistance from the Office of the Ombudsman or the COA that will tell us whether a transaction is irregular or not.
May problema tayo dyan, ma'am. Kasi hindi yan ang nakalagay sa batas. Hindi pinag-uusapan kung irregular o hindi. Ang pinag-uusapan is predicate crime. And hindi ba ang plunder is a predicate crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, ibig sabihin, ma'am, pag may allegation na isang public official ay kumita ng more than 50 million in a series of transactions, whether regular o hindi, katulad nitong BSP, no? Isang issue dito kung maganda yung deal o wala. Pero o pangit. Pero kahit maganda ang deal, kung kumuha ng pera ang isang public official, that is still plunder. And that money ay pwedeng i-freeze ng AMLC. So, ang point ko lang kasi, ma'am, it is the choice ng BSP at saka ng AMLAC. Diba? Kayo naman, ma'am, executive director kayo eh. We appreciate na humaharap kayo. Pero may board yan sa ibabaw nyo na nagde-decide, di ba?
It's the council, Your Honor.
Yeah, the council, di ba? And the council is the insurance commissioner, the SEC chairperson, and the BSP. I don't want to call them here. But if they're not going to be aggressive, and every time that they file a freeze order, nagastos na at nakawala na, nagagamit pa yung pera para aregluhin yung kaso, para i-PR sarili niya, etc. Pero kung na-freeze mo na yung pera, ginaya natin to sa Amerika sa RICO law eh. Kasi hirap na hirap ang federal prosecutors, hirap na hirap ang mga judges, hirap na hirap ang mga police, na may huhulihin sila, ang kalaban nila napakaraming pera, sila pa nakakasuhan. So ang ginawa ng state, gumawa nito para naka-freeze yung pera nung alleged na corrupt o alleged na criminal. Pero pwede silang mag-withdraw kung para sa legal defense nila. And may time limit dito, 6 months. This will even put pressure on COA and will put pressure on ombudsman. Kasi pag hindi nyo filan 6 months, makukuha nila yung pera, mawi-withdraw nila, ikaw ang mananagot sa taong bayan. So anyway, ma'am, I know you're not in a position because as executive director to answer this, but can you communicate this to the board? And we'd like to find out whether in executive session or on a different committee kung ano ang magiging ruling ng AMLAC dito. Kasi you understand naman my position, ma'am, di ba? I understand you cannot go around na lahat na lang i-freeze and then sasabihin na mumulitika kayo. Pero pagka mabigat na yung ebidensya at kita nyo naman kasi hindi ba totoo, ma'am, na pag mahigit a certain amount, no, 500,000 ba ngayon? 'Di ba? Yan ay i-report. Tapos kung hindi in the usual course of business, let's say usual 500, 1 million yung deposit, biglang nag-deposit ng 100 million, yung po ay nire-red flag din po ng bangko, nire-report po sa inyo, hindi po ba? Oo. So, that alone will not be enough for the freeze order. But with all the other circumstances that can be reported to you, not necessarily by COA, not necessarily by ombudsman, but even by whistleblowers, should be enough for a freeze order because a freeze order does not confiscate. It only says, itigil to. So may I ask, ma'am, that this be communicated to them?
I will, Your Honor, and let me assure this Honorable Committee, Your Honor, that the AMLC and its Secretariat are doing its job as warranted under the circumstances, and it files appropriate cases as evidence. So
For the record, ma'am, I don't doubt that you have your hands full. I don't doubt that you're doing your job. Ang ano ko lang is ano yung frame of mind ng council, whether they'll be more aggressive and more progressive in doing that, or they will continue to do what they did in the past, which is to wait for a indictment, no, to wait for the ombudsman or DOJ to file. Because my position, when I voted for this, is kaya namin to binigay sa inyo para hindi kailangang hintayin. But please communicate that.